I want to share the three major things that I had to deal with when transitioning my identity, when I was having an identity crisis or moving to a new direction. Something new, it was uncertain, it was unplanned, but I knew I wanted something. And maybe you're there and you might be experiencing these things. This is how I got over some of those things that I'm going to talk about today. The first one is fear. Whenever you have to move from one identity to another or move from doing something you've always done to trying to do something new, just let me give an example. You have been in corporate all your life and you're trying to start a business. There's this fear that is going to sit within your system. And this fear is okay because what I wanted to do was I didn't want to feel fear for me to move, but it got me stuck. I was always stuck at one place, not making decisions, not moving forward. However, I realized that I should move irregardless of the fear, but I should ask the question in a different way because the questions that came with fear is always, what if it doesn't work out? What if you take all this risk and nothing happens? What if you fail? Like what if you're not successful? Those are some of the things that was flooding my system and was causing me a lot of fear. And also the maybe you're doing something capital intensive. What if you spend all this money and there is no return? So many things come as a question to you, which indicates there's fear in your system. I want to let you know this fear is not going to go away. That's the first thing. If you try to push it away, then you're going to spend more time dwelling on the fear rather than moving regardless of the fear. Because one thing I've realized is faith and fear don't mix. If you're going to do anything new, there will be fear, but you have to choose faith. People think you're going to be like, oh, I have all this faith, then the fear disappears. No, the fear will still be there, loud and proud, and showing you all kinds of things and questions. And my YouTube was filled with all the people that it didn't work out for, all the people that failed. So many people will ask you questions, which will triple the fear. But one thing I know that worked for me was I do not work by sight. I work by faith. And it kept me pushing. And also, I started asking anytime the question comes, what if it doesn't work out? I always say, but what if it works out? What if you're not successful? Then I'll say, what if I'm successful? When it says, what if, you lose all this money? I'm like, what if I make money? I make my capital and I keep making money. What if? Because this question of what if keeps us in a bubble and we're not able to move. So these are some of the ways that I combated fear. And I'm not going to tell you today that the fear is gone, but I already know that I've seen a lot of things happen along my journey to realize that faith was actually the winner. So I keep choosing faith instead of the fear. And I'm not telling you not to examine the fear. Please do examine that fear. What is it telling you? Maybe it's telling you you've not researched enough. Okay, if you know you have, then don't listen. But if you know, okay, maybe some atom of research will be helpful. Do it because sometimes the fear comes to give us a signal. Look into this, acknowledge it as yours, and hold on to it. It's like, okay, you're giving me a signal. I'll take the signal. But if I know I've done the work based on what it is bringing up for me, that fear is bringing up for me, then I don't need to stay there. I just need to acknowledge that. Thank you. I appreciate you, fear, but I'm choosing faith. Or I have done enough research for me to know this is the direction I want to go. Or I've talked to somebody that is in this line of business and I think that I have the capabilities to do this thing. But you have to keep moving. Don't stay there. So that's number one. Number two, I'm going to tell you is self doubt. This is a very big one. It kept on being so loud continuously. It was so continuous that I was wondering, maybe I should stop if I am doubting myself so badly. But you know what worked for me? Showing up consistently. I could remember my first video versus, because I started on TikTok, Instagram, I was posting there before I came to YouTube. And YouTube was intimidating because it's longer content and all that. But I was like, I will keep showing up and I will keep looking for something to improve. It might be the lighting, it might be the ambience, it might be my speech, it might be my tone, whatever it is. I decided I will show up consistently. And yes, the self doubt didn't go to 0%. But if I started self doubt at 80% or 90%, I will tell you right now that my self doubt is about 30 to 20%. And that is when I'm doing something new or I'm trying to take another direction. Maybe I'm like, oh, change the sound, change lighting, or do something. Then I'm like, okay, or I'm researching a topic that I feel like, should I be talking about this now? I might doubt myself talking about it. Or if I want to talk about my experience, I don't want to undermine what I've gone through. So I'm like, I'm doubting myself. I'm also doubting myself, like, okay, is this thing going to reach a lot of people? Are they really going to relate? Are they going to connect with what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's not for my own glorification. I want somebody to relate, to see, I see myself in her. And if she can do it, then I can do it. And I know it's very cliche, but I'm telling you, I watched a lot of videos, and when I saw people like me be very vulnerable and honest about their journey, it really helped me to believe in myself, to like say, okay, I got this. And when they give advice and tell you be consistent, that is true. Consistency pays off. Me being consistent, me watching back my videos, me looking at the metrics, me understanding, okay, what was missed, me getting understanding from what people are commenting, it also helps. So I will tell you that consistency will quiet your self doubt. Keep going, keep doing it. Please do not stop. That is the way for you to quiet that self doubt in your head. The last thing that I had to deal with was, what will people say? And when I say people, it was really my family, my very close friends, and then coworkers, because I started when I was still fully in corporate and everything. So I had this thing like, you know what, I'm starting from the bottom up. I wish they only want to see my progress or when I'm big and all there. But everybody has to start from somewhere. I'm not there. I don't know how many subscribers I have. I refuse this week to check it, but I know that I'm not yet where I want to be. But it's okay. I have the people that resonate and the people that watch over and over again, and I'm grateful. So that what will people think kept me so small. I doubted myself. I was not sure. I was always thinking about others and never ever thinking about myself. But when I got to the root of it, I realized that I had a visibility wound. I didn't want people to see me or perceive me or see my struggle in building something new. And I said to myself, who didn't start from somewhere? I always go to all the people I know, the big names. I'm like, I wonder if Oprah ever thought she was going to be this big. Maybe she thought about it, but when she was starting, there were people that doubted her, there were people that mocked her and laughed at her, and there were people that supported her. But it didn't stop her from keep showing up. Same thing with all the tech billionaires that started from somewhere, their garages, they just had an idea and decided to push it. Also, content creators here that are doing very well. And if you talk to them, like I have a friend, she's a content creator, and she was like, I never thought I was going to be this big. Honestly, I just wanted to put out the content because I knew that I had value I was giving to people, and I am here. And I said to myself, that's the same thing. I have value I want to give to people. And if I continue showing up, that's all that matters. And I have to quiet this visibility wound of people seeing me when I'm not yet where I need to be. Everybody starts from somewhere. And that is what enabled me to keep going. And you know the funny thing? Nobody really cared. Seriously. And if they cared, nobody has come to tell me anything. And I don't even want to hear it right now because now my mentality has changed. So if this is you, you're going through a life transition, you're going through an identity crisis, you're going through a shift, you're deciding to yourself where you are is no longer serving you, you want something new, you will come across these three things. And I've just shared with you how I dealt with it. I'm not saying mine will work for you, but have this context when you're going through it. It may just help you. Instead of you to stay in that place for a long time and not get to where you want to be or do the things that you need to do, have somebody that has gone through it telling you these are the three major things I faced and I got over it, and I know that you can get over it. So that's for today's video. I just wanted to come here, encourage somebody, share my experience, because through sharing, we all learn. And that will be it for today. I'm Tracy, and I share everything about identity shifts. If you're going through a transition, I help you out. Growth is a journey, and I love the process of growth. So I share my experience, I've shared what I learned. And if you're a structured person and you need a guide that is going to help you through your identity shift journey, then check out the description because I have a workbook, the identity resets, that is going to help you through that. But as usual, I'll leave you here and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.